this is a common question I've gotten over the years, and I just finally had to make a video about it. The question or the complaint given to me was, George, I have great content. It's just that when I post it on social media, people aren't receiving, they aren't able to find it. And that's why my audience isn't growing. Um, and some people who email this to me have some followers already, not like millions of followers, maybe even a few dozen followers. And some people have only a few followers, they're just getting started. Let me quickly just say, for the people who are literally like, I just joined fill in the blank platform yesterday. I just joined Substack. I just joined Threads, something that's fairly new that you just like, okay, I like it. It seems cool. It seems like a growth path for me. I'm going to join it. I agree with you. If you have 0 followers, posting is going to be feeling reasonably like you're shouting into the void. Like, doesn't matter if you are, Nobel Prize winning writer or something like that. Um, okay. So the first thing to do if you have literally 0 followers is to find your friends, people you know, classmates, colleagues, acquaintances, anybody you know who already uses that platform. Ask around, post on wherever else you're on. Maybe you're on Facebook already. Maybe you have an email list, maybe whatever. Post there and says, hey, now I'm on Substack. Anyone else use Substack, for example? And then you'll build your first 12, 15 followers or something like that, just from your friends, colleagues, clients, acquaintances. Okay. And then you should probably start commenting on other people's, because first of all, if you're a nobody so-called on that platform, you showing up and being nice to other people will get attention. People say, who's this person so nice? Look at that nice comment they wrote me. Look at that thoughtful comment, inspiring comment, nice, kind comment they wrote me. You'll start building your next 12, 15 followers or whatever from there. But let's say you just have 30 followers on any social platform. Let's start there with the question. George, I'm brilliant. I have great content, but when I post it, not even my 30 followers see it. And I will say that is a myth. It's a myth. Tell you why. More and more so, social media has been transitioning towards an algorithm that introduces you, the follower, the person, the reader of social media. Notice this. They introduce to you pages, posts from people that you're not even following. Let me say that again. Social media over the years has turned from the newsfeed being, we're simply going to show you the people you follow, right? Now we're going to show you stuff that you're interested in, sometimes from the people you follow, oftentimes not. Oftentimes from ads or from non-ads, but from pages we think you're going to be interested in based on the stuff that you've been engaging with. That's how social media has transitioned over the years. Got it? So what that means is that on the one hand, it's frustrating some people to say, gosh, my social media, my social media reach has plummeted because Facebook, Instagram, whatever LinkedIn is no longer showing my stuff to my followers. Well, yeah, because they're showing your stuff to some of your followers, but they're showing your stuff to lots of your non-followers, people who don't know who you are, who might be interested in what you've got. So the right perspective, if you want to have a more positive mindset, which I think is actually the right mindset in this case, certainly, is that, wait a second, the opportunity has never been greater for you to be discovered for your content than before. Now it's easier to be discovered in this day and age than it was 5 years ago. You simply need to post interesting content. So stop telling me you're brilliant. It's just that people aren't seeing your content. You're not brilliant. Sorry, let me step back. You are brilliant in your own mind. Your mother thinks you're brilliant. Your best friend thinks you're brilliant. Your spouse, your dog, your cat thinks you're brilliant. But if your posts aren't getting anywhere, you're not brilliant to the world. You just think you're brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you say, George, that's not true. I scroll social media all the time and I see freaking dumb posts that have like 25,000 likes. And my brilliant post has 0 likes. How do you explain that? I say, it's because you have bad taste. What do we have left as humans, especially in the age of AI? We don't have what ChatGPT can do with brilliant writing, what ChatGPT can do with brilliant images. What do we have left? We have taste. That's the only thing we have left. That's what AI doesn't have. AI gets all the taste from us, humans. We humans go, that's hilarious. That's super dumb, but that's super hilarious. That's why I'm liking it. Or that thing makes me angry. That's why I'm going to anger the post, and that therefore gets shown to 25,000 people. Okay. That pisses me off. That makes me sad. That's really funny. Wow, I never knew that. And it's all, grammatical errors and whatever. It doesn't matter. It's what humans find engaging and interesting. So don't tell me you're brilliant. You could tell me you're brilliant, but I'll say, great. I'm glad you have a great self-esteem. That's wonderful. But what you need to do is to ask yourself, if my posts aren't getting picked up, it's not them and it's not the algorithm, it's my post. Okay? So yes, it's true. George, no, that's not true, George, because if someone has 1 million, they'll tell me someone who has 1 million followers has the same opportunity as me. I have 30 followers. Someone has 30 million followers. We have the same opportunity? No, that's okay. That's a little extreme. And that's you're right. If someone has 30 million followers and they are writing stuff that is truly, objectively, God says, the universe says, is not interesting, you're right. Over time, they keep posting things that are not interesting to their followers. Okay, not interesting to the algorithm. The algorithm is going to show their stuff less and less and less than this. Have you ever been to a social media page that has a lot of followers, a lot more than you, and you're really shocked at how come none of their posts are getting likes, or their posts, they have supposedly 10,000 followers, but how come their posts are getting 3 likes and 2 likes and 5 likes? And sometimes I post something and I have 30 Facebook friends and I get 15 likes. How come I'm getting more likes than someone who has 10,000 followers? Exactly. The algorithm will start to diminish someone's reach if they keep posting stuff. Okay, so you said, well, George, you just said if they keep posting stuff their followers don't like. I just told you I have 30 followers, George. Didn't you hear what I said? Okay, let me explain how this works. What do you mean, George, that I have 30 followers and you're saying my stuff can reach 30 million people? Yes. Let me tell you how it works, okay? This is how social media works. You post something on social media and it goes immediately to several buckets of people. I call this the first batch. Who does it go to? Let's say you have 30 followers. You post something today, and in the next 24 hours, some of your 30 followers who have recently engaged with you will see that post. Let's say you have 30 followers, 5 of those have recently engaged with you. In the 24 hours, if they log online, assuming, or the next 48 hours or 72 hours, next time they log on, they recently engaged with you, meaning they were direct messaging with you, or they liked your post, or they commented on your post. Okay, one of those reasons, okay? They engaged with you in some way on social media, on that platform. They will see your post, the first batch of them, the first 5 out of 30. That's not the perfect number because they don't tell us what that number is, okay? But the first grouping of them who recently engaged with you will see your post. Now, social media, the algorithm is carefully watching what they do with it. Okay, if it's text-only posts, they're going to carefully watch. Did those 5 people who got access to your post, did they click read more? Did they click on the post itself somehow? Did they comment? Did they like it? Did they share it? Did they stop scrolling and look at it for 10 seconds instead of their usual behavior of scrolling past it for 1 second? Because if they did, social media goes ding, ding, ding. We've got something here. Another bucket they give it to within the first 24, 48, 72 hours is they give it to people who don't follow you, but who like similar types of content as what you just posted. Let's say you just posted a story about overcoming trauma. Wonderful. That's great. That's organic, grounded insight from your life, right? Okay. Some of your first batch of followers go, that's a powerful story. I'm going to click like. Wonderful. Social media goes ding, ding, ding. There's something here, but we're going to test it also. with people who don't even know who you are. Okay. Now, some of these non-followers are friends of your followers. Okay. But they're going to test it with people who don't know who you are. They're going to test it with a batch of people who could be, instead of five of your followers, they could test it with 15. They could test it with 30 people. Okay. Not 30 million yet. They'll test it with a few people first. And then they'll watch very carefully. Did those non-followers also click read more or click on it somehow or type something or like it or stop scrolling for 10 seconds instead of their usual scroll by? If so, social media goes ding, ding, ding. We've got a winner. Okay, great. Let's take this post and show it to the second batch of people. Who are the second batch? It's more of the first batch, but who aren't as engaged with you. So the second batch of people, maybe after 24, 48, 72 hours, or maybe within that time frame, right? They wait for the first batch. They watch the first batch engage or not. And then the second batch, they go, hey, we're going to show it to more of your followers who are now online. Did they engage? If so, ding, ding, ding. And we're going to show it to more of the non-followers. Did they engage? If so, ding, ding, ding. If they did not engage, if their followers don't engage, they're not going to show it to more of your followers. If the non-followers did not engage compared to other posts they have seen, right? Compared to other posts they've seen, they didn't engage. Maybe they stopped scrolling on someone else's post, but they kept scrolling on yours. Social media goes, the second batch didn't work as well. So we're gonna kill the post. We're gonna stop showing the post. We're not gonna show it to the third batch. Each batch is bigger than the previous one. The first batch may have been, 10% of your followers, right? And then a few dozen non-followers. The second batch could have been 20% more of your followers and a few high dozens or low hundreds of non-followers. The third batch could be, 50% of your followers and in the thousands of non-followers. They watch each wave. If there's engagement in that first wave, they show it to the second wave. If there's engagement in the second wave, they show it to the third wave, and on and on and on and on. That's how a post goes viral or gets silenced in the feed. So it's not how brilliant you are. It's how in touch with the taste of your audience and of the current culture. Now, of course, you could say, well, there are many cultures. Yeah, exactly. So the better you get to know the taste of the people you're trying to reach, the more you can produce to meet that taste, the more your posts are going to go viral. And of course, as your posts go viral, you're going to get more followers. And by having more followers, that means it's even easier for you. The first batch, instead of 10% of your followers being 3 to 5 people, now you have 300 followers. So the first batch is like 30 people of followers. You see what I mean? So yes, of course, more followers makes it easier for you, but everybody starts at 0. Come on. Everybody starts at 0. And social media will test it this way. Some people get really lucky and they make one post and overnight their following goes from 0 to 1,000 followers. But that's not good enough because those 1,000 followers are fickle. They came overnight. They're not over time. And the fickle followers are going to be less forgiving, I guess you could say. And anyway, so you would rather build your followership step by step by step. And therefore, your growth is going to be more sustainable and you're going to get to know your audience better. So that's the homework for you. As you post, and notice, well, there's 2 homeworks for you. One homework is if you know what kind of people you're trying to reach, say, okay, out of my friends, which of my friends are most similar to the type of client that I want? Out of my colleagues, who's most similar? Who has most of the people in their audience who has, that I want to reach? If you know who you're trying to reach, that's easier for you because you can start following those people that you want to reach and notice what they share. Oh, so-and-so is sharing that. That's their taste. That's their taste. The better you get to know their taste, the more you can produce to that taste. The other way of doing it is just to post whatever you want, to post whatever your taste is, and notice which of your posts does better. This is typically what I've been teaching, right? Authentic content. You post whatever you feel like posting, whatever's authentic to you. You notice what goes viral or what gets more likes than others. And then you study among the things that got more likes, what's the taste there? Why? What's the commonality among the things that did better versus the things that didn't? Got it? Okay, so I hope this answers. You may need to watch this again to kind of rock it better, but hope this answers. George, I'm brilliant. I just need an audience. No, no, no. You have to watch this video again to understand how do you get that audience, because everybody starts at zero. And even if someone gets overnight success, their following, their engagement, probably I've seen it so many times. Someone gets overnight success because someone promotes them. They got discovered by somebody who interviews them. Oh, George, I just need to get discovered like that person. No, no, no. You don't understand. If someone gets discovered or someone's post goes viral overnight, they now have 10,000 followers suddenly. It's not that easy because they post something and those 10,000 followers didn't didn't have that taste. They didn't build that taste over time. And so those 10,000 followers are very unforgiving and quickly scroll past. I don't even know who this was. I followed this person. I don't remember following this person. I don't know who it was. They're going to keep scrolling past your thing. If you went overnight success, you're going to keep scrolling past, and the algorithm will diminish your reach over several weeks. And you have 10,000 followers, but you constantly have zero likes on your things. That's why, because you got overnight success, or you bought the followers, or whatever it may be. No, you want to build it gradually over time by understanding taste, whether it's by following people and understanding their taste, or by posting a lot and understanding the taste of the things that did well from you. I hope this helps. You may need to watch this again, like I said, but this has taken me a long time to understand. And I will hopefully get to explain this more clearly in the future. But hopefully, what I've given you here helps you to understand it a bit. If you watch it again, hopefully it'll rock a little bit better for you. So let me know if this helps.